Hey guys, it's Anna. Glad you are here. If this is the first time that you are popping in, I'm Amanda Blakely. I write romantic suspense. This is my better half, Mr. B, also known as Christian. And yeah, we just come in here once a week to just chit chat about books and whatever. So,
Real quick housekeeping. If you're on Facebook, you got to give permission. I'm sorry, but you have to give permission for your name to show up. Otherwise, all we're seeing right now is
oh
Facebook
yeah,
user. It's never done that before.
I don't know why it's doing that. But hi, everybody.
Aloha
Aloha.
from Kona.
Is that Raina? I
Aloha.
wonder if that's Raina. Oh, I hate that I can't see the
Yeah, we
names.
cannot see any names.
Dang
That's
it.
so aggravating. Every day, every time it seems like there's something that this thing. Not. Oh, we got a
Oh,
name.
hey,
We got a name. We
Heather.
got a name. We got a name. Hi, Heather.
I'm really glad you guys are here. Yeah, and where did it, so does it just pop up and say you got to get
I
permission or
don't
how
know.
does it
It's
work?
never been an issue before, and I don't.
Heather, how'd you do it?
Yeah, Heather.
Share with the class.
Speak to me, Heather.
I don't have a link to get permission. Oh, Sandy. Oh, that works too, I guess. You can
Well, but
but then you'd have to do it
anytime
every
Sandy.
time.
Hi, Sandy.
Hey,
There's Lacey.
Lacey.
Lacey's up. I don't know why it's not
That's
this
really weird.
time.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Just typed
She just
hi.
typed hi. So for you, it didn't do. That's really crazy.
Huh.
Oh, Candy. Hi, Candy. Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, well, we went to Chicago, so
I mean, it was cool, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But it was no Hawaii, I'm sure. Never been. Would love to go. But
I wonder if it's
that's really
a
weird.
different page, maybe.
Maybe? Let me look and see.
Let's see. All destinations.
Sorry, guys. Just
We're
give
trying
us
to
a second.
we're trying to figure out why your names aren't showing up. I remember William Black was talking about one day on theirs. If you don't watch them tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time,
Shayla Black, Wicked Wednesdays.
get you a drink. Doesn't have
Hey,
to be
Jason.
alcohol. Just get you a
Hey,
drink.
his name popped up.
Get you some popcorn, chips, whatever. Get settled in and just be prepared to laugh. It's funny.
We want to be them when we grow up.
Yeah.
I was trying to look and see.
Oh, there's Cheryl. She said hers popped up. Okay, well, Cheryl said she gave it permission, so hi.
Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Long time no see.
Oh, there's
Oh, hey,
Sandy.
yeah. Sandy, that worked. Abby, yay.
No, we didn't.
Did you get, oh,
We'll talk about it. It was the only thing windy in Chicago while we were there this time, or well, this trip was us. We were just whirlwind. But anyway,
make it sound like you had gas or something.
thanks. The mic's open. Working the Rockies game while watching in Colorado. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yay. That's cool.
I have a buddy that I don't know how many stadiums he's actually been to, but I know that was one year I was there. Kind of, they wanted to spend their vacations just going to different stadiums and seeing different games and places. And I always thought that'd be really neat to be able to go and kind of experience. I mean, I know we have the best football stadium ever.
Loudest for sure.
Go Chiefs! Arrowhead is amazing. It's older, but it's amazing. And now they're trying to get rid of our the Royal Stadium, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where y'all are at as far as your stadiums go, but ours are. If you've never been to the Kansas City stadiums, they're Arrowhead and the Royal Stadium are right next door, and there's plenty of room to park and tailgate, and it's great. But if you go into some of these stadiums in cities, you can't find any place to park. There's no room for tailgating. It's a whole different atmosphere. So they're wanting to move ours into the city though, and I mean, let's face it, they're having a hard time getting people to go see the Royals anyway.
Yeah. Chiefs.
Facebook user, it's been proven you're not.
The CR's loud.
We
No.
love you, but you're wrong.
They were fighting words. Okay, so Sandy says, go to the overview at the top, and there's a link listed in there. So maybe for those of you who aren't getting your names to pop up, that might work. Hopefully.
Jason says he loves his Anna Blakely t-shirt and cup. Thanks, Jason.
Oh, cool. You got it. Yay.
Put it on and take a picture of you drinking out of it and share it on the Anna's Angels site.
Yeah. Cheryl said hers she had to get permission too. So I don't know what's going on.
It's never done that.
We'll try to figure that out before.
But I just know that I've heard William talk about it before. So
maybe it's just like a glitch in the system or something. So I don't know.
If the craziness is the shooting at the Bean, we were there that day because the weather was going to be bad the day that we were supposed to be there the next morning on our way home, but the weather was going to be rainy and cold. So fortunately, our superintendent and our tour guide and our band director made the executive decision to change our time, and so we went to the Bean on our way to the Navy Pier. And apparently this all happened just shortly after we were there.
Like within like 2 hours, I think, from what I read.
And we noted that it was busy. There was a lot of like prom dresses and a lot of girls dressed up.
Quinceañeras and
yeah.
I don't know. Did I say that right?
So I don't know. It's just sad.
It was very packed. And when we were leaving, and from what I read, it said that it was a group of teenagers, like a mob of teenagers that were upset because they couldn't get into Millennium Park because they weren't 21. And I don't know if they were having a special event there that night or if that's, like, I didn't read up on it. I don't know if that's like a normal every night. They lock it down for people that are less or under 21. But I know when we were leaving, they had already, like where we had walked through to get to see the Bean, it was already blocked off with like those metal partition things that they use at like concerts and whatever. So we ended up having to go around those to even get out. And so they had already started to block it off. And so I guess for whatever reason, but I mean, I heard like, I read where one lady's husband, she and her husband, they were tourists, they were stuck in traffic, they were there on the street, and they like took baseball bats and busted the windshield and started beating her husband while he was still stuck in the car, and it was just, I don't know, bad deal, but luckily we were out in time, so yay. But other than that, I mean, that was the only negative thing that, I mean, that's a pretty big thing, but that was the only thing that we heard.
Sandy said they always do that. It's supposed to be for safety and underage drinking. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Sad deal.
Oh, see, we already got the skirmish going already.
Of course, Jason's gonna look it up.
He probably had it memorized.
Probably,
this guy's got
probably.
Like sports stats just pouring out of his head. It's the only thing he can keep up there. But
Probably.
love you, brother.
Oh, hey, Nettie.
All right, let's get through here. So we saw Sandy and Jason and Cheryl and Christine.
Hey, Christine.
And Facebook user Bridget. I will not disagree with that, but
I feel like you guys, I'm showing my age, but I can't remember the name of the show, but the Looking Glass, or she's like listing off the names of.
Oh, it's the Romper Room.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't think of the name. You guys ever watch that? Yeah.
I didn't put anything on the TV tonight.
You didn't. We got a big glare.
Hope that light doesn't bother anybody.
Sorry.
Let's
see. All right.
Full disclosure, though, I got home about 15 minutes before we were supposed to go on, and I still had to get everything set up. So
yeah, he's the tight guy.
I forgot the TV. Sorry. Never been to LSU Stadium. That would be fun.
That would be a cool like stadium romp. Like that'd be neat.
The only college football game I've been to was I went to a Mizzou game one time. Now hang on, not a Mizzou fan, but it's back when I was in college, and one of my fraternity brothers was from that area, and there's a whole group of us that went down, and I got to sit on the rocks on the M. That was cool.
Hmm.
And MU, I almost there was a shoestring catch in that game that lost it for MU, and I was rooting for them because they came back, and it was that was
You
back when they're
rooted
still
for
in the
MU?
that was back when they're
What?
still in the Big 12. So yeah, I was.
Yeah, I grew up like an hour and a half from MU, so and we were also the Tigers. We were also black and gold, so we were MU fans. But oh, that's all right, Sandy. I don't watch a ton, but I do watch my Chiefs.
I was so mad at her when she didn't say my name.
Oh, hi.
I'm like,
Yeah, she never
come
said mine
on.
either.
All right, what we got here? Sandy says she just watch sports.
Oh, I bet. I bet. We watched the parade, but from the comfort of home, not
Yeah,
we didn't go. It looked pretty packed.
but you know, Kansas City. I will say this for them: when the Royals won the World Series in 2015, no cars were burned, no buildings were trashed. Chiefs won it in the Super Bowl in 2020.
Mm.
No cars were burned, no building. It gets crazy, but it's respectful crazy, I guess maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I
You just
mean,
have
yeah,
those
it's
fears. You
it's
see
like a
these
crazy
others.
party, but not
Yeah, you
like
see these other
violent.
cities, and it gets scary, but they do well down there. So
Hey, Arlene, thanks for coming.
here's a Facebook user says, "Hey guys, I'm actually trying to watch a live.
I don't think my
I don't
internet's
think my
gonna.
internet's going to cooperate.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
well, hopefully it will get
We were
worked
glitchy
out.
last week, but I think I got that figured out. So I hope it's not
Yeah. Do we look
something
okay?
from our end." Cheryl says no comment.
Oh,
Ah,
Christine says you're looking good.
well, of course. Where'd she go?
She's right there.
Yeah. All right. So best comment, we'll leave that one right there. We'll just leave it. Just pin that one right there. We'll just pin it.
All right. Well,
Yeah, definitely a good crazy.
South Central Missouri. Debbie, where? I mean, if you feel like okay telling me. Now I'm curious.
Yeah. Bite my tongue. Come on, Cheryl. Rock chalk, baby. Rock chalk.
Christine said that respectful crazy will now be around. Aw, thanks, Latanya. It was I think he got home, changed his shirt. I was hurrying up and blow drying because I had a hat on all day, and it's been a crazy, crazy couple days. And so, but thank you.
Well,
All right, we're ready to
you
get
wanna
this going.
you wanna get in this one?
Yeah, we can.
All right, let's just jump right in there.
So, yeah, so
This
this will
will
demonstrate what you're.
Let
All
me
right, that didn't work.
let me edit this. I told you I got home just in time to.
So Chicago, which I didn't realize how like I feel like this is like making my boobs look huge.
Oh, your boobs are.
I mean they are kind of big, but
Gosh dang it.
yeah, Chicago was neat. Neither one of us had ever been there. So oh, okay, sorry. I've never been there. Um minus a quick layover in an airport, so that doesn't really count. But
Boot camp.
we oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so neither one of us have been there to like for fun before this.
No.
But we signed up for this trip at the very beginning of the school year. It was for our son who graduates in a few weeks. It was for his band/choir trip that the school had put together. So we signed up. What? Oh, I thought you were saying we signed up to be chaperones forever ago, and so that's why we went. And it was a bus tour, so we took a charter bus. It was about eight. Well, with stops, it was probably about 9.5 hours up there and back. And we had 2 full days, and then like that first day we got into town, we went straight to the pizza place. Oh, what's it called?
Giordano's.
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 That was my first experience with true Chicago pizza. It was good. It was good. It had, the big deep dish, which golly, those things were thick. But the salad was better. Like we were both impressed with their salad. I think a little bit more. It had this like homemade lemon vinaigrette that was so delicious.
it was good.
It was really good. But it was all really good. And the service there was amazing. And especially, we had, I don't even know how many teenagers with us on the trip. So yeah, it was kind of cool. But that night we got into town, we had pizza and we went to the hotel. But the next day we went to the water tower building, which is the 7-story mall, which was really cool. Oh, and we did the tilt. I haven't posted pictures of that yet, I don't think.
Yeah, that was 98 floors up or whatever, 94 floors up,
That
and
was really cool. He
yeah, yeah. I'm
he
with you, Cheryl.
hates heights.
Hey, just real
He
quick, if you're just getting on, if you're on Facebook, you have to. I put the thing up there. Sandy was nice enough to share. Got to give us permission or give Facebook permission to use your name. Otherwise, all we see is Facebook user. So
But thank you.
didn't mean to
I'm
interrupt, but
glad.
just yeah, thank you for the comment. Absolutely. But I know we got some people
Yeah.
just coming on, so better late than never. Facebook user.
Yep. Welcome me anytime. No, yeah. So, that day was, I mean, both of our full days there. I mean, we were on the bus by 8:15, pulling out of the hotel by 8:30 in the morning, and we did not return back until what, after 9 o'clock, I think both
It
nights.
was you get up in the morning, you throw a bite of food down your throat, and
Barely.
you're on the bus, and then you get home, you go to bed, and
Do it all over again.
just yeah,
It
just
was
yeah. So
go, go, go.
whirlwind was no joke.
I left my Apple Watch at home. I wish I would have kept it or had it with me, and because it would have been interesting to see how many steps I got in that weekend. But I was trying to think of what else. Oh, we got to see the Blue Man Group, which if you have not seen them and you have a chance to go, I would highly suggest it. It was so funny, and I mean, the uniqueness of the show was like it's unlike anything I had ever seen. And it was really cool. They got the audience involved.
Bye, Heather.
Oh, bye. Thanks for coming though. Yeah, it was really cool and hilarious, and they're very talented on top of it all. So it was really cool. If you ever get a chance to go see them, I would suggest that. And then what else? Gosh, we went to the Museum of Science and Industry, which was neat. We just did not have near enough time to go through it all. And then what did we do after that?
Science and industry, and then I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank.
We left there. I don't remember.
I don't either.
It was
Wait, was
months.
that? No, that wasn't Hard Rock. Was it?
No, Hard Rock was the
That was dinner.
dinner, the first full day we were
Oh,
there.
I'm forgetting something, but it'll come to me. But yeah, so
Yeah,
it was a lot.
it was nuts. Yeah,
But it was fun. I mean, I would love to go back. Oh, we got to drive through. We drove through Chinatown, so we got to see a little bit of that.
kids had a clinic at.
That's what it was.
There's a school there.
That's what.
Gosh,
That's what the whole reason.
the kids had a clinic at a college up there, university up there. It's got I guess, a really well-known music program. So they got to go in and perform, and then get instruction from the assistant dean or the dean of undergraduate studies. Yeah, the dean of undergraduate music, and that was good. It was interesting getting their input and letting them play and stuff. But
Yeah, that's always neat to
that
watch.
was the wildest part of the whole thing. Is we went on a 4-day trip, I guess. We left Thursday, we got back Sunday, so 4 days, so that the kids could go to a 3 hour, 2 hour.
Well, that's how they justify it. The trips. It's like our daughter went on a high school a senior trip with her choir back in 2020 to California. That was right before, it was during the first semester, so it was before all the craziness of COVID hit. But I or we sent her. She went to California, and it was the same way. They went and they had like a, I don't know, 2 or 3 hour clinic, and they, I think, sang like prepared like 3 songs, and then they listened
Night,
to other.
Arlene.
Oh, Night Arlene. So, but I think that's how they justify getting to go. So, and then the rest of the time it's just the fun stuff. So, And it was neat. It was neat. Experience of Chicago was getting forced off the highway. Oh no.
You know, that's one blessing that we're on a chartered
Yeah.
bus. We didn't have to drive. We could you could put your AirPods in and put something on and just lose focus of where you were headed, and or you could stare out the window and see all the sights, which was nice too.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to worry about being the one driving. Because yeah, I would no, I would have not.
I would not want to drive there.
I wouldn't have done well.
Nope. Nope.
I'd have been calling for some bail money probably.
Christine, Blue Man.
That's where we saw him up there
Oh,
in Chicago.
yep.
Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
A lot of fun. But anyway, I get back off to the Chicago. So want to go back though at some point.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Definitely. Because there's so much that we didn't get to see that because we were on such a strict itinerary and obviously we weren't driving ourselves, but I would definitely like to go back. But anyway, so for those of you who saw the post in Anna's Angels, first of all, thank you all for the prayers and the well wishes. If you didn't see the post, my grandma on my dad's side was in the ICU. She had breast cancer, was diagnosed with that several months ago, and then we thought things were looking good. And then she was in the hospital a few weeks ago with pneumonia and COVID, and so that was kind of scary because right before that she had gone to her oncologist for her regular checkup, and the cancer's back, and it not only back but it's spread, and now I know for sure that it's also in her lungs, which I think was probably part of the issue with why she had to return. She was in for the COVID pneumonia. They got her into a rehab place after that, and she was home one day, and her daughter went over to check on her and said that she just like couldn't keep her eyes open, couldn't stay awake basically. And so she obviously something was wrong, and so they got her back to the hospital. She's in the ICU. I know they've been draining fluid off her lungs. They had given her a breathing tube. So I know my mom and dad went up because it's about 8 hours. They left the morning after we got home from Chicago Sunday night late, and they left that early that next morning. But I know my dad said that she opened her eyes when he first got in there and talked to her, and just briefly he said, so I knew she saw me, knew I was there. But yeah, so continued prayers for that would be great. I mean, she's 88, and I know we none of us live forever, but you're also never ready to let go. And so trying to keep the hope up and everything. Thanks, Christine. I'm doing okay right now. I had a few moments today that were kind of rough, but so far I'm doing all right. But yeah, it's just, it's hard. And she's such a sweet lady, which makes it even harder, but anyway, so I appreciate it.
hi, Robin.
Hey, Robin. Sorry, I'm so bad at looking at the comments. I'm still trying to get used to doing that. Thanks, Leanne. Or Tony. I'm assuming it's Leanne, though.
I think it's Tony. I think he's checking out your books.
Although he might. I don't know. Maybe he's a closet romance reader. Man, missed out on Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that sucks.
He's off sailing the world too. I don't know where he's at right now. He went down. I don't want to give away his stories, but he got to go. Leanne was it the Mercy or the Comfort? I forgot which is where is which. But anyway, he got to go out on that to a mission. It was pretty cool.
So thank you. Yeah, thanks. Just keep them coming. We appreciate it very much. Very, very much. Which actually so that leads me to the next thing, which I hate even saying it. So as much as I did not want to have to do it, my March for Danger is going to be a May release. I just, and I mean, it was already going to be tight before everything with Grandma and before we had to go to Chicago. And I did try, I was trying to work on the bus ride there, and it was, even with my AirPods. I mean, yeah, he was sitting right next to me. I had my computer on my lap the entire trip there. But even with my AirPods in, when you've got surrounded by teenagers, plus the superintendent was literally in the back seat right behind us, and all he would have had, like, the way his seat was, because we had a double seat and then he had a single seat, and the way it was positioned, it was kind of right in the center of us. So if he just went like this, he could have seen everything I was writing. Which, I mean, and I wasn't writing anything bad, but it's just very distracting. Like, I can't write with people hanging over my shoulder, and so it was difficult. And then we got the call about Grandma, and I think it just, like, my headspace has not been good these last few days. And I want to, like always, I want to give you the story you deserve, the story the characters deserve, and it just wasn't going to happen. And I think that, I handled things okay up to this point. I was able to really push myself. I got Ethan ready for next month. I, was able to get Parker out. I know I had to push him for like 2 weeks, but got him out and am proud of that story.
Sounds like you're delivering a baby.
I know. Pushed him out.
For 2 weeks? Heavens. Sorry.
No, that'd be bad.
Comic relief there. So.
But yeah, so between all of that and then dealing with, worrying about this one over here. Worrying about this one, it just, I think the news about Grandma it just put me over the top. And I mean, I tried all day yesterday to work, and I just couldn't do it. I just was staring at the computer, and then between, getting updates from my mom, and then I'd get updates from my dad because they couldn't both be in the room at the same time. And so I'm just calling it now. And, but he will be out next month for sure. And I meant to check the date to be specific. It'll be that last Tuesday of the month, like I usually do. So it'll be the 30th. So May 30th. And I'm going to put a post in the group, and I'll put out a newsletter. But Grady's story will be out May 30th. Before that, though, we've got Ethan coming out, on the, I'm jumping ahead.
Are you in the drive or? All right, well,
this is what happens when you
I
just
know,
let me get free.
man. She's like, bah! All right. So
okay, so coming next. Yeah, so I know. I'm sorry. Ethan comes out on the 13th. I think is the second Tuesday of the month.
I figured you had that all figured out.
Well, you do that stuff quick. So
Unagi.
Oh, Friends. Do you guys watch Friends? Yeah. Anyway, so. And Ethan's done, like I've said a billion times, I think already. But just so you know, there's absolutely no chance of that one getting messed up.
The 9th.
He is coming. Oh, the 9th. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know where I got the 13. Oh yeah, graduation. That's why 13th is when our
You're all invited.
Graduates.
If you wanna.
Yeah, if you want to make the trip to
come on.
Kansas City. Yeah. Comic relief. When did the joke start? Oh man, I want to know who that is because that was really funny. That's like a high five on that.
How do you ban somebody without knowing who they are? Let me see.
That was great. Kudos to you. So, Unagi, Christine's on it. Yeah. So, God, where was I? Ethan, definitely coming out on the 9th. Yeah, the 13th, our son graduates. So yeah, I've had all that stuff in my head too, and I think I just got overloaded. But Ethan's coming out the 9th, and then March for Danger will come out 30th. So you'll get 2 releases this coming month. And then you get Christian in June. So not this one, but
it's kind of me. I mean.
And hey, okay. So speaking of that kind of gets me into the next thing, I think. But I don't want to jump ahead. Oh wait.
I want to tell Sandy thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I popped this one up.
Thank you.
Sorry, Sandy, I didn't give you enough time. Sorry. Definitely appreciate that. It just seems like it's been just
one thing after another.
It's better now. Everything's getting better.
It is this, and that's what I hate so much because I got Ethan done, I got Parker done. This
Thank
was
you, Cheryl.
supposed to be my yes, thank you, Cheryl. This was the last hurry up and get it done book to get me completely on track and actually ahead. So more than any of them, this was the one I was like, man, yeah, I want to get. And it just isn't gonna happen. It will happen, just not for next week. So
Yeah.
just hang in there with me with this this one last one, and we'll get it going. So love the dedication. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that was that one kind of hit a little different.
Yeah.
I don't
So
get too personal, but she had a pretty good talk with Grandma a couple weeks.
it was a couple weeks. Well, yeah, it was right before I got finished with Parker and actually like went in and got him uploaded and or yeah, the final edits. So it's just been just 2-3 weeks ago, I guess.
But it was a pretty strong talk that were kind of those saying things that you want to make sure they're said and not knowing that.
No, because at that point I knew we knew the cancer was back. She had been in the hospital for the pneumonia and everything, and so I actually when I talked to her that day, I was so surprised because she sounded so good, and so clear. And I don't know, and I never actually even asked. She has a very kind of trembly voice as she's gotten older. Her voice kind of shakes as she talks. And it wasn't like that at all. Like I can't, it's hard to explain, but she sounded so good. And we talked for about 45 minutes. And, but there were just some things that she said that they hit me in a way. I felt like she was making sure everything was said that needed to be said, without it being super obvious. And maybe it wasn't it. I don't know. Maybe it just happened to be the timing and all that. But so then I made sure, yeah, no, I mean, nothing was left unsaid. So, and it was one of the best, I mean, all of our conversations are really good, but it just was it just was the best conversation I think I've ever had with her on that end. And, so I got off the phone with her and I sat down because the dedication is usually one of the last things that I do, because I don't always know for sure who I'm going to dedicate it to or how that's all going to be worded, and so sometimes I just kind of wait for inspiration to hit. So I sat down. We got off the phone. I sat down because I was talking to her while I was in my office, and I sat down and I typed out that dedication. So yeah, and then when she went into the hospital just a few days ago, she was able to, when she was awake, she could understand, and she had the breathing tube down, but she couldn't communicate, other than to like blink her eyes or squeeze hands. And so my mom, my mom reads my stories. She actually screenshotted the dedication and sent the pictures of it to Christy, my grandmother's daughter, and she read it to my grandma while she was awake, and so I know she got to hear that. So that was
Your aunt. Huh? That's your aunt.
well, she is my yeah. Okay, so technically, my grandma is my step grandma, which if you've read the dedication, that probably makes a lot of sense to you, just the way I worded it. But she's really the only grandma on that side of the family I ever really truly knew, and she never ever made any of us feel like we weren't blood. So I don't even think about it so much. Other than like, yeah, so Christy, I've always just called her Christy. I don't know why. I never called her Aunt Christy. That's weird. I never really thought about that.
You say my grandma's daughter.
I never really thought about that.
That's what I call my grandma's daughter, because anyway.
I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah. So moving on.
Yeah. So Sandy laughs. So I'm gonna assume she's laughing at me, because that's.
I mean, that would make
Sandy
sense.
and I are like that. So.
Or I laugh at him all the time too.
And did you have any guess who this was that I was going to block? Because Cheryl was happy to help me out.
Sam! Oh, that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense that it's Sam, but thank you, Cheryl.
Running after throwing the bus. Thanks, Cheryl. I
And
always
Sandy,
knew I loved her.
every book is based on me to an extent.
You know, that's probably not inaccurate because
Page 174,
oh,
chapter 7,
now he's just
chapter
throwing stuff out.
14, chapter. No, anyway.
For the longest time, it was chapter 12, always chapter 12, and
Because we were broke.
I never. Well, oh, that took me.
Every time I said that, like
my-
at work, I would say something about, read chapter 12. I'm like, that sounds kind of bad.
my head's gone. That took me a minute. Yeah, no, he would always say, yeah, chapter 12. That's my move. And I would look, and like at that point anyway, I think I may have one book out of the 25 books that are published that has a sex scene in chapter 12. So yeah, but he likes to tell everybody that anyway. Who let the same guy?
Yeah, I know who's going to take him out.
You were warned, Sam.
Yeah, that's your one warning, son.
Oh.
Oh,
Anyway, so let's see. We talked about
wait, we should
yeah,
go
we
back to
didn't.
here,
So
sorry.
Parker is out, and now that he's out and has been out for a week, anybody who's in here, if you've read him, what do you think? I've had some good comments about him. I've had a lot of good reviews so far. So I you know, it's one I always get nervous when I like the book because then I'm always afraid that means that you guys won't like it. But I mean, I don't know. I felt pretty good about it.
There's been a lot of good comments on it.
Yeah, so far. Sandy loved him. Yay.
Yeah. And
You know-
we've already established that she has fine taste. fine taste. So
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, because she reads my stuff and she likes it.
that's right. Well, because I'm kind of your stuff. Anyway. So Leanne says, page 46,
Page 46.
with the Captain Morgan.
Oh,
scenes.
nice. Do that.
I've been trying to get her to let me do a cover for quite a while, and I was going to do that. But
I told him maybe one of these days I'll write a dad bod series.
I don't have a dad bod. I have a
Oh, yeah, what was
father figure.
Father figure. That's right. That's right. Nice.
I saw that
Noted
on
chapter 12.
where did I see that? Oh, we were in Chicago. I saw that. I thought that's funny. That's really funny. It's
Yeah,
fitting too.
I like that. But anyway.
So now you want to talk about
Yeah, North
what you got
Iowa.
coming up?
North Iowa. Well, that's in what, 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than
We'll
2
leave
weeks.
A week from Friday.
Yeah, we'll be up at Northwood, Iowa, at the oh my gosh, something Joe's. See, I'm telling you
Terrible
guys,
Joe's?
no, it's not terrible.
I know Terribles was
Smoking Joe's.
St. Joe.
We are. Oh my gosh, what's the name of the casino there?
That's what I was trying to find for you.
Anyway, we'll be at the casino there for the signing. I don't know if anybody in here. I know Stacy, Georgette, who's in
Diamond Joe.
Diamond Joe's. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I know Stacy's going to be there for sure. I know Miss Elboon's going to be there right next to me. I think I'm like table 46, but I got to double check on that. I'll post the seating chart and circle so that anybody who wants to know where I'll be or where I am. I know from what I saw yesterday, if you're coming in, because there's 2 different entrances, so you can go through the casino to get in, or you can enter from the back of the building from the outside. And if I looked at it right, you walk in to the casino and my table's right there. So hopefully I'll be easy to find. I'm on the end too, so that might help.
Sandy wants you to get Golden to take my pictures.
Oh, is he going to be there?
I'm assuming he's got good airbrushing skills because I would need some airbrushing.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Golly, I'm telling. Maybe I should not have done this live tonight. I was thinking, get pictures at the signing because we were talking about the signing.
Oh, she
So
said,
I gotcha. I gotcha. Oh, that's true. He could he could
do.
do some, like, get you some abs in there.
Yeah, I just need some lines drawn.
could do
in
that.
there. It'd be all right.
Golden, yes, oh my gosh, he is a character. If you have not met him and you ever get a chance to meet him, you gotta meet him. He's so funny.
Sandy, we're going to be in Florida in September.
Yep. where we'll be at Books at the Beach in St.
St. Pete
Pete
Beach.
Beach. Yeah. So are you anywhere close to that? That would be really cool.
She said Space Coast.
Yeah, I have not done that one. I need to look into that. I know a lot of people go to that one. So I will I'll have to look at that. But um or one closer to the East Coast. Okay. Yeah, and I was supposed to go up to we were gonna go last month up to the Charm City one. And I was super excited about that one, but we ended up I pulled out because that was when he was having a really hard time at that point, and I didn't want to leave him here. I could have and had not like that. I could have gone. I'm sure I could have taken my daughter to be my assistant. I mean, she's technically my assistant anyway, but I just with him everything he was going through, I didn't want to leave him and be halfway across the country in case something happened. But um, see Pink and now, oh, I want to see her, and I love Nashville. We love Nashville.
Yeah.
We've been there several times, and I really want to go back soon. But so I can't even fault you for that one. You're seeing Pink, and it's in Nashville. You're forgiven.
But we went to Nashville and saw Blake Shelton and Friends, and
Best concert I've ever been to.
amazing concert. He came out. They had an opening act, and I don't remember who it was that opened.
Remember her name?
But
I have to
then,
look it up.
so after the opening act,
He came out.
he came out. But we knew going into it, it was supposed to be Blake Shelton and Friends, but they knew that
All right, I'm gonna go fix the cat. Excuse me. You keep talking.
we knew that Tracy Bird was supposed to be there, and we knew that what's his name?
Teresa.
Trace Atkins
Oh,
was
yeah.
going to be there, and so that was enough. And Martina McBride, and
Oh.
Anna loves Martina, so
She's that girl.
it was done. So we got the tickets. Well, then we get there, and we didn't know that John Anderson was also going to be there. But what Blake did was he came out and he sang a little bit, sang 2 songs, and then he went off stage, and the next person came out and sang 2 songs, and then they went off stage, and and so they rotated the whole show, and then finally towards the end they all came out, and they took stools out with their acoustic guitars, and they sat right out in the middle of the crowd, and they played a bunch of their own music, but they joked around. It was a show.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of laughs, and Blake is just he's funny. So
Yeah. It was neat. Oh, and Gwen Stefani came out and surprised us, and she sang, which was really cool. And so then we actually took Sam and my friend Leslie, they're married. We went and surprised her with Blake Shelton tickets when he came to Kansas City a while back, and Gwen came out again with him, and we didn't know she was going to be there, and so that was really cool. A lot of high school memories and early college memories when with Gwen, but it was really neat. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to a Blake Shelton concert and you like country, I would highly suggest it. It was great.
I love Chris
Oh,
Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton, so good, so good.
He was at Arrowhead last year, but we were in Kentucky at a signing, so yeah, that was.
Sandy asked about signings for next year. I don't have any on the books yet.
Sorry.
Other than for sure, I'm going to do. Oh, it's no.
That's fine. Just keep talking.
Oh yeah. Anyway, okay. So, I don't have any on the books yet, other than Kentucky, Knockout. I will be there in July of 2024 again, and that lovers of romantic suspense, man, that was so far for me. That has been the best and biggest signing I've ever done. It was incredible. Just the showing and getting to meet, I got to meet some of you guys finally and in person, and authors that I wanted to meet that I hadn't had a chance to. I know at one point we were down at the hotel bar the evening of the signing, and I was sitting at a table, and it was me and Caitlin O'Leary and
I think Samantha Cole and Chris Michaels was there, and that was the first time I had met the others, but I had not met Chris yet. And at one point, I just remember I was just like, I said, looked at Caitlin O'Leary, and I said, I can't believe I'm sitting at a table with Chris Michaels. And Chris heard me, and she said, "Are you kidding? I'm sitting at a table with Anna Blakely." Like, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And she's like, no, really. And so it was so funny because we were both like, which it's so bizarre to me that anybody fangirls over me, but I get it because I do the same. But
I don't fangirl over you, but
you fan guy
a
over me.
fanboy over you.
But yeah, it was a really really cool signing, and they're already in the works. I think because it's so big, they wanted to keep it a good quality signing. They are skipping this year, but doing it again next year. So it's already on the books. I don't know the dates right off the top of my head, but it was really good. I had a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that one. And I know, yeah,
It was.
yeah, it was that was a cool lineup. 90s country, I do love my 90s.
I know because he came out, and we have a friend that plays in Nashville a lot. He used to play with Trick Pony, and he's just a good dude, Luther.
Mm-hmm.
But he does the best John Anderson. Oh my gosh! Like, if you've been to Nashville, people are playing live, and you go up and put some money in a bucket, and they'll play what the song that you want, or whatever. And we had Luther played John Anderson. Just a swinging one night, and he got into the
exactly
voice,
like
and he had actually toured with John Anderson and played with him, so that's how he knew. Like he said, you listen to it every night, and then you sit and talk to him. He said you just start picking up his voice, and so he'll sing that. And there's YouTube videos. Luther Lewis is his name. There's YouTube videos of him doing this, and any John Anderson song that he covers, he gets into full mode with it, and it's so.
And it's so. Oh, sorry. It just he does not look like
No,
look at him.
He's Korean. He's got long dark hair, and he's Korean. So it's just.
And then he busts out this old school country, and you're just like, what?
Yeah. And he's such a nice. I mean, he is just a genuinely, just sincerely nice guy. He'll text
amazing.
me every once in a while. Hey, how things going?
He's amazing. We've had him up here for 4th of July before, and he is a genuinely good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. So
yeah, there's not a person that he meets that's not a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see Alabama one time.
Oh yeah.
Can't really share the full story, but because I'm in healthcare, but I was able to meet one of the members, and I recognized who he was before I actually saw the name. But then when I saw the name, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" and took care of him and everything. And he said something about the show, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "I was in school at the time." I said, I don't have the money for tickets." I said, but I'm a huge fan and grew up listening to you." He said, "Give me your number, I'll get you tickets." I said, "I can't do that." He said, "I'm not leaving until you give me your number." All right, so I gave him the number, and never heard from him. So I thought, okay, that's cool. I got to meet him. The night of their show, had been at a wedding shower, a bridal shower, and my phone rings, and I answer, and this thick Southern, sir. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Hi, this is so and so from the group Alabama." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I'm so sorry." He said, "You gave me your name and number," and he said, "I put it in my pocket." He said, "My wife was doing laundry," which, what? But he said, "My wife was doing laundry and came across the card with your name on it." And I thought, oh, I was supposed to call that guy. He said, "Are you still available to come to the show tonight?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess, sure." He goes, "Well, how many tickets you going to need?" And I said, "Well, 2, because I didn't have time to tell anybody." And at the time, we had Abby, but she was
itty bitty.
itty bitty still, like 3.
3.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't that little. She was big enough walking around.
Yeah, she was little though.
Little
enough that we didn't want to take her.
So
but
we said, "Yeah, we didn't have a choice because we had to get right now." And we get down there, and he said, "Well, I'll have you some tickets at Will Call." We went up to Will Call, and I said, I gave him my name, and she's like, "Oh yeah." She said, "He brought these up here personally." And I said, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, he brought them up just before the show started." We were maybe 6 rows back, center stage.
Yeah, it was good.
And they played the whole night. They didn't have an opening act. They played the whole night. And,
It was a great show.
and unfortunately, they've lost one recently. So, but yeah, it was. They were definitely high on my bucket list, and I'm glad that I got to go see them. And
I think even more shocking to me that he called you was when he said his wife was doing laundry. Because in my head, I'm thinking if my husband is part of Alabama, the band, I ain't doing the laundry. But it's just me. I don't know. But I just thought that was actually, I thought that was really cool. I totally thought that was cool. Chris is awesome.
Chris
She
is
really
awesome, yeah.
is. She really
So
is. She
nice.
is a class act lady and an amazing author. So, aw, thanks, Cheryl. Oh wait, no, that wasn't Cheryl. I was looking down
was-
below.
that was-
Thank you, Facebook user. I'm so sorry. I hate that we can't. I hate that we can't see everybody's names, but we
absolutely,
came over asking for it.
absolutely,
He eats this stuff up.
I gotta eat something.
Uh,
I'm
That's
wasting
true.
away over here.
That's true.
So
That's true. Oh, man.
you need to charm. Is that a signing?
I know that
Okay.
the
Is that the Northeast?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
yep the one we missed.
that was not an easy decision.
No, that was hard to do, but yeah, I would like to do that one too. I need to reach out to her and see. I'm hoping that she was the gal who runs it, Michelle. She was very very understanding, understood, what was going on with him and everything, and wasn't upset at all. So hopefully I'll be able to go. I've never been to that part of the country either, so that was one of the reasons I also wanted to go, is because I had never been that far northeast. But
That's awesome.
rock bands,
That would be my fangirl.
yeah.
Get a hold of some big hair bands.
Dale
and-
Jr.'s passport picture on my what?
I drive like Dale Jr. Does that count?
Yeah, that's no joke.
Hey, if you're not first, you're last. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. If this isn't Sam, I'm sorry, but if this is Sam, which I think it is, I didn't call you because you can't spell Alabama. So I love you, Sam. I mean, Facebook user.
Poor Sam.
If it's not Sam, email
Poor
me your
Sam.
email me your number and I'll call you next time.
No kidding. No more long, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like
It floored me because I was like, really? But I guess somebody's got to do it. I guess, and I just figured
yeah,
they
it
had
wouldn't
like.
be me.
Well, I figured if you're out on the road, they probably had, crew that took care of it or something.
Yeah,
but-
something. But
Space Coast Book Lovers. Okay.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I need to look into that one.
Typing it right now, Sandy. I'm typing it into the Space Coast.
But it's like his little note down
2023.
here, so that
All right.
yeah.
I got that page saved so we can. It's June 22nd.
Oof.
Probably not gonna make it this year.
No.
We will be
think
going
that
to
would
DC.
Yes. Research.
Why did I lose my cursor?
It's up on
There
that.
it is. Well, it was showing down here.
Oh.
We're going to DC the end of June, first part of July. Um,
You
I'm
gonna
trying to
add to that?
June 28th. Yeah. I was like- anyway,
It's been a long few days for both of us. Sorry.
June, the first part of July. I know a guy. I mentioned him last week, I think, but buddy of mine works at the Pentagon. He's going to hook us up so we get to see the fireworks from the Capitol. That's or
I
at
get
the
to see the
Capitol, like,
Pentagon.
in the nation's capital. So
So excited.
yeah, it's
So
gonna be
excited.
cool. That's
I'm gonna
that's,
be taking lots of notes and pictures for that as well. Be able to use my books because my people go to DC once in a while, or they talk with people in DC.
Hi,
so-
Christine.
Oh, night. Thanks for popping in.
Go over and knock over Jay's chessboard for me. Just
I think he does it online mostly.
well, shut the computer off. Do something.
Turn off the internet.
Just go up
Wait,
to him
he
and
is
go.
the internet guy. I don't think.
Just go up
that
to him
would
and go.
work.
Checkmate.
Just slam it shut. Oh, he'd probably be so mad.
That's what I do. Checkmate, bitch.
I would just put Bama Sam.
That's funny.
Chris goes to Space Coast. I know a lot of people do. I need to look into that. I need to get a hold or fill out because the signings, the way that they work, some of them are specifically invite only. Others will put out like interest forms for authors to fill out. And you can fill it out, and sometimes they take like, the first, like they know they can take this many authors, so the first people to fill them out, they're in. Sometimes I think they pick and choose. I'm not really sure how all of them work, but yeah, I need to look into the Space Coast one and fill out an interest form. I don't know if they would have one up for next year already, since the 2023 one's not in, but I'll definitely look into it.
Cheryl says Michelle's doing signups for next year. So is that
Okay.
signups
for the Space Coast
No, I think it's signups for
or Knockout?
No, the up northeast. Charm.
Oh, for Charm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Michelle. Duh, sorry, we talked about different ones.
But she's second's going to the Space Coast.
Okay, I will. I'll get a hold of Michelle too then, for sure.
If it gets me traveling, I'm in. So let's just go.
That is one thing that's been fun, is getting to go different places with the author stuff. So that is neat.
Yeah.
Went to the White House again. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to go do a White House tour. I don't think they still do those, but
I don't know if my buddy's that cool yet to get me into the White House.
I mean, that would be really cool. Just saying. Hint,
Yeah.
hint.
Tier 1, brother. All right.
Do it for
Anyway,
me.
what else we got? Anything? Spring is here.
It's here.
It
I bought
is
flowers
80.
today.
It was 83 degrees when I left work. And
Yeah.
they're talking about 30s today this weekend
Really?
for turkey season. Yeah. Well, it's turkey season right now, but
Is
Yeah.
is it supposed to be cold for turkey season?
well, not for me to sit out in the cold.
Well, no, but I didn't know. Like deer, like you want it to be colder.
Well, normally it's spring for turkey. I mean, you can go fall turkey, but spring, you're thinking normal spring temperatures. Go turkey hunting in the morning and grab some mushrooms on the way out.
Gotcha.
Mushrooms don't like 30-degree temperatures. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. What's all weather like out there?
Going into
80s here. I heard it snowed up north though. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
I'm just done with it. Panama's
Yeah.
looking better and better every day.
He has a buddy who moved to Panama last year,
Mm-hmm.
and he's constantly posting pictures, and he's like sharing like the price of the food and the price of the housing and the weather, and y'all, it's like the perfect place. And I was talking to my stepson the other day about it. He's like, yeah, but what's the catch? Because if it was that great, why isn't everybody going? And so I asked him about that, and his friend said, a lot of people, like, for whatever reason, they've got it in their head that Panama is like this third world country. And he said it's not at all. And he said, in fact, the people there that he's gotten to know see his posts and they're like, dude, stop, because they don't want everybody coming, because it's just great there. And so we thought about how fun it would be to just go someplace completely different. I told him, I'm like, as long as I've got internet and stuff, I can write from anywhere. So, but
He posted a picture the other day, and it was a full lobster, like the full lobster dinner. And then there was another plate that was crab claws. And I messaged, I said, just curious. I said, what does that run you? And he said, don't forget. He said, we had drinks too. And I said, okay. It was $40.
for both of them.
40 American dollars for the full meal.
And it was fresh stuff.
Yeah, and he said it wouldn't have been that much, except he lives on a mountain, and I guess there's different, not villages, but cities or areas of the city, based on where you're at in the mountain. So he said they were down low and they were in a tourist town eating on the water, and that's why it costs so much. He's also posted pictures of like bringing his groceries home, and he's got these bags of groceries, and he'll say, I mean, and the counter's full of food, and it looks a lot of fresh foods, and we all know that the healthy stuff is most expensive. And he's like, well, this ran me $80, or this was $100 for the whole. And his house, I mean, his house is beautiful, and yeah,
It's crazy. But
Yeah.
Sandy was
Yeah, I'd
just-
go to Costa Rica too. That would.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah, that's me. I hate the stupid cold. Like it gets just dumb here in Missouri, especially when it really irritates me when it's like bone chill cold outside and there's no snow. Like at least make it look pretty if you're
Yeah.
gonna freeze me out. But I also cannot. I hate the sticky, hot, humid. Like there are days where in the summer here in Missouri, I walk outside and legitimately my glasses will immediately fog up and I can't see anything because it's so humid out. And then it's just instant sweat. And so I don't like that either. So I'm trying to find a place that's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Debbie,
oh hey, Debbie.
80 to 100
Wow.
miles already.
Okay, where do you live?
She said, I believe it was her, said that she was in Ava. I was trying to go back
Oh,
up on
oh.
We talked to her earlier, and she said that she was in. I was trying to go back through the messages, the comments, but I was pretty sure she's the one that said she's from Ava, which makes sense because that's a little farther south. And
Yeah. Yeah, we have a hard time
my
finding them.
Morel tracker that I've been following is showing them moving up. So
Oh, I think it was way down.
this weekend should have been a great weekend for like timing wise, but with that cold, it might send them back a little bit. But
Michigan, the freeze, the helmet. Michigan has a freeze warning. Ugh.
yeah,
Yeah.
She
I'm
said
done with
that-
winter, but closer to the mountains.
Yeah,
I like mountains too. That's why I've talked about Tennessee because
we've talked about Eastern Tennessee quite a bit. Our youngest son graduates.
May 13th,
Yeah,
Mother's Day.
a few weeks. And our youngest daughter, she's ready to get as far out of this area as she can.
She hates Missouri.
So, we don't have a lot of ties after that. So we've been looking at, relocating somewhere, and we have ties. Don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna say it's hard because
My son's here, and my two grandkids, and
then Abby.
Abby's here, but we
Jaden.
know that they're going to probably take off too when she finishes school. So it's.
Yeah, they want to get out of Missouri too.
And we just don't like the area, to be honest. I mean, we love our neighbors. Our neighbors are. That's the
They're
hard
family.
part.
They're
family.
not neighbors. They're family.
But we just don't like
But-
the
Not really, but they are.
temperatures and stuff. So we were looking anyway. Eastern Tennessee, we thought would be nice because you got the mountains out there, and then you're still close to getting to the coast. Closer than we are now. Plus, there's a lot more things to see that we haven't seen. There's a lot to see here if you're new here, but when you're not new, then you kind of take some of that stuff for
Yeah.
granted. Except for the Chiefs, the loudest stadium in the NFL.
Sandy said we love Asheville. I like that name, Asheville. Was it? Oh, my daughter hated. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I would go. I would go to South Carolina over
South
Kansas.
Carolina. No.
Yeah, I love South Carolina. We've driven through there a couple different times, and oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, we drove out to Myrtle
Chattanooga.
Beach. It's been all. Gosh, the kids were like 7, 4, and 3.
Yeah,
The younger ones. And we drove out to Myrtle Beach, and we took different routes. But going out there, we went through Tennessee and through the mountains and everything. And then coming home, we went down the south and crossed 10 and then swung back up. But just so we could see different things. But yeah, we loved that area. And it was unfortunate we drove through a lot of the Smokies. It was dark, which was kind of creepy. But
that was
but we stayed in.
Oh gosh.
Where did we stay? Gatlinburg? No.
No, we stopped at Gatlinburg.
We stopped at Gatlinburg. We stayed in Murfreesboro, I think.
How do you remember that? I don't even know.
And and we did a couple things there. But yeah, and that's kind of what drew
It's
us. We
gorgeous
love
there.
that. She loves the mountains. I hate the cold, so we're trying to find mountains without cold. And
We just want to like a nice view, like be able to just kind of look out over. I don't know. We're kind of down we are down in a crevice where our property is now. And so we look out and we see trees, which is pretty, but we want to be able to see like the horizon and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's our goal anyway. But
then
Gatlinburg, Ford, yeah.
our son's our son's girlfriend's grandpa, they used to have some property on it, Cumberland Plateau. And we haven't been there, but he swore about it. He's like, if once you got up on the plateau, he said it was, the weather was always beautiful, and then if you got down low, it was you could different. But so we thought about looking into that too, but
Yeah.
because he had property out there, but he sold it because of his health, and then they came back here, I guess. So
Sandy,
yeah.
speaking of plateaus, Sandy said Asheville gets a little cold, but it's on a plateau, so.
I can handle the 40s. I like the snow. It snow's pretty. I hate that bitter cold. We didn't have a bad winter this year. We had a couple days where
No.
it got cold.
It wasn't near like last year, but
I can tolerate I was out one day. It was like 36 degrees, and I'm out in the short sleeves because it wasn't that humid, bone chilling cold. Yeah,
I'm not ready for have to turn on air conditioner yet either, though.
no.
I feel like spring and fall go way too fast. Fall is my
Yeah.
absolute favorite season. Love the colors, love the smells, love everything about it.
Well,
But
spring's here.
I know. I know. Did you see? I bought flowers. Did you?
You told me that.
I know. I didn't know if you noticed them.
Yeah, I built the cross.
So, and he did. He actually made that, you guys. You should get it and show him.
My head's.
He did a really good job. It's multi-level and it's really cool. But anyway, yeah, I saw those. Emma and our youngest daughter, we stopped at Trader Joe's this morning. I had to take her to an appointment. And we went to Trader Joe's after and walked in, and you could just immediately smell. And it was the. I'm drawing a blank again. I cannot
Flowers.
find words. Yeah, the purple one's back there.
Purple
But
flowers.
it was like a instant flashback to my childhood because we always had those types planted out front and out back, but they're just super fragrant and
Outback sounds amazing.
but you are you hungry? But you walked in and it was just immediately you could smell the flowers and it was just they just had rows of them and they weren't not expensive at all. So I was so yeah, I'm kind of excited for the flowers. So.
That's what I've been seeing, Debbie. It looks like the map is showing because it's really colorful when they're there, and if they're not there yet, then there's no color. But then once they kind of start petering out, then the color turns to a gray to kind of let you know they're fading out. So that's why I've been trying to watch it, and then I knew we were going out turkey hunting this weekend. We're supposed to. So I was kind of hoping, because you have to stop by 1, so I was kind of hoping to go and then search the trees on the way back. But I think that cold's gonna hurt them. But we'll figure it out.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I just.
Sandy says we'll do good in the mountains.
Oh, see, I know. Oh, yes. Oh, I've seen. That one doesn't have it on. The one in the dining room has the name because I looked it up earlier and I cannot remember what it
I was
is.
just gonna bring it closer. So it's that purple.
What is that? Does anybody know? It's on the tip of my tongue, and I had it earlier, and
They are very fragrant.
they are super fragrant, and I love them. So I bought this one for here. I've got one by the front door. I've got one on our bar, and then I have one little cool vase that has the bulb, and you can see all the roots and stuff, but it's all in one, sitting in water. Just one plant of the same. That looked bad. One plant of the same, and hyacinth. Thank you. Yes, hyacinth. That's it. So
Debbie for the win.
yeah, those are. Oh, they smell so good.
So so close.
So close. So close. Blue bonnet. Oh no, but those would be pretty too. Bluebells. Those would be pretty.
Those blue bonnets.
Hyacinth's the winner. But yeah, so it was just fun. It was fun. I like the flowers. But
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know.
This must be
Maybe
Jason now.
What's he doing?
I've always said I want to
Oh.
go to DC when the cherry blossoms are blossoming because I've seen pictures and I want to see it. And
So Jason, if that's you, start snapping pictures and send them.
oh, he did. He posted
did he?
pictures.
Okay. Tall one. Yeah, the tall one was a tulip,
Yeah,
Sandy.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, there is a tulip in there. And that one I knew. I just couldn't think of the hyacinth name. So, anyway. What's that? Oh.
You're late.
hi. She had stuff to do.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
That's our oldest daughter, if you haven't already
You're,
met her. It's my
Your assistant.
personal assistant, my website designer. She maintains my website. She put my store together for me. She's amazing. And she's in college
Can't brag on her enough.
full time. She also babysits, and she's an amazing aunt.
Made my
And she made the cups and designed the shirt. And yeah, so she's awesome. Oh yeah, Harp had gymnastics. Our granddaughter had gymnastics tonight. I forgot about that. So she goes to watch her when she can. They're in the same town, but. Anyway, I don't know. I think that's about it.
That's all we got for the night.
I just again, I appreciate the prayers and thoughts for my grandma. Yeah, good. I appreciate your patience and understanding with this. I'm praying is the very last push ever. March for Danger. I will get you Grady and Izzy's story. May 30th. And in the meantime, if you haven't read Parker, he's out and reviews are good. So if you haven't read him, hopefully you like it. And
Abby, she said nice shirt.
oh, yeah. And then Ethan comes out here in just 2.5 weeks. So be looking for that. That's book 2 of the Tac Op series. So I've got those guys back, and I really, really like how that one turned out. I think you will too, I hope. So lots coming up. 2 releases in May, new series starting in June. So
yeah, she was there, Sandy. That's she was at the table with her. The whole time.
yeah, that was Abby. Yep. Yeah.
She kind of stole my role. I don't know. I don't like that. I like being at the table, but
He was there. He was just,
I was
behind me, fanning me
her
the whole
off,
time
yeah.
because I kept having hot flashes so bad. But love you guys. You see my post page.
oh, and I'm scared.
Oh wait, is this who is this?
I think this is Jason.
Is it Sam or Jason?
It might be Sam, but I think it's Jason.
I haven't been on to do hardly anything. So sorry. I'll get on there though. I'll try to get caught back up. I need to post in the group.
Hey, there we are.
Yeah. Do what? Oh.
We're live.
That's us. That's weird.
That's awesome.
Oh, and next week, I thought we could start with, we'll have maybe some things. He got his shirt in his cup. That's so funny. I love it. It's awesome.
That's
He got my shirt. He didn't get a Mr. B shirt.
fine. He can't handle a Mr. B shirt.
That's awesome. Love you. But yeah, so hopefully what?
Sandy, I remember now. Oh, that day that was fun. I was arguing with her.
Oh, was it Walker?
Well, no spoiler alert. Worst book idea ever.
I disagree, and there are a lot of other readers that disagree, and you don't even read, so you don't get to say.
I listened to it.
That's true.
It was a good book. I will admit. I was a little skeptical because I'm not a reader and I don't follow, and I'll be the first to admit this. I don't follow, like, I don't read. So, and I've talked about that before. But the audios, I do listen to audio. So it's just kind of. But I saw it coming, and I'm like, "You're not gonna." I came in from the car. I'm like, "You're not gonna do this." And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, You can't make this." Well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, they've all read this one by now.
Well, I don't know. But I was like, somebody might be watching this, video later, recording. Anyway,
He did not believe that he could be redeemed.
No. Well, you just spoiled it. So.
No, but they like that
No,
stuff.
I know. But yeah, it was funny because it was just that look. I came in. I was angry.
He was so at it. Like,
I want to
he
choke
was
this guy
aggressive.
out. I want to choke this guy out, and then he's
like, "There's no way."
I'm like, I can see this coming. You're gonna do this. She's like,
he's like, "There's no way that those guys would talk to him ever again after what he did," which is probably true in real life. But that's what's great about fiction.
I think you made it.
And I tried.
I think you, yeah.
It worked. He just doesn't want to admit that it worked.
No, it worked. I came in and told you when I listened to it. I'm like, all right, okay, I like it.
he was so much fun to write. And I don't know. I mean, I didn't mean to get into that conversation, but um, Jason can do the voice. Okay, we'll talk.
It's got all the voices going already.
But yeah, so Walker, he was gonna die in that first book in Rescuing Graceland. Those of you who have read him or read that series, when I first had him in there at the end, or there towards the end, where the guys are kind of in that underground bunker thing, and they're in the party crouch, whatever. I initially the whole book I was writing, I had full intentions of killing him off. He was just gonna be another bad guy that gets killed, gets what he deserves, whatever. And at the last minute, for some reason, I don't even know why, I let him go. I let him get away. And so then I thought, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a recurring bad guy. And he's gonna finally, it's gonna build up and build up, and then at the end, he'll get his, and it'll be like that. Yeah.
Betty
And
didn't.
then I think it was about halfway through book 2, or maybe towards the end of book 2, maybe the beginning of book 3. I don't know. I remember I texted Riley Edwards and I said, "Have you ever redeemed a bad guy?" Because I'll admit I am so far behind on her books, on everybody's books, because I just have not had time to read for a while, like I would like to. So I wasn't sure, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and I was in another group with some other authors. I'm like, "Have you guys ever done this?" They're like, "Yeah, this," and then they were giving me examples, and they're like, "Readers love that." And so I actually put out a poll for those of you who are new to the reader group. I put out a poll and said, if this were to happen, what would y'all think? And it was very mixed, which I loved. I loved the honesty. I had some that were like, absolutely, I'll read whatever. It's part of the series, so I'll read it. And then it was, some were, I'll read it because it's part of the series, but I'm not really wanting it. And then I actually had some that said, I don't know how you can do this. Like, I don't see it being done. I'll read it if you write it, but I don't think, it's going to work. And then those were the ones that were like, holy cow, I didn't think you could do it, but you did it just like him. But anyway, sorry. That was a random segue, but I did. It's funny because I was going to kill him off in Graceland's story. So
I like random segues. It's kind of what we do the whole time. We read the comments.
That's true.
That's the beauty of,
That's true.
talking. But
so, yeah.
Cindy says,
for Riley?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Riley? Yeah. She's
awesome.
She's not just a kick-ass writer, but she is
She's
genuinely
kick-ass.
she's just kick-ass. Like, she's an amazing woman.
Yeah.
I love her to pieces. Yeah, so anyway. But next week I thought, we'll have our random stuff that we do anyway. But I thought we could do a Q&A. So if you guys, and I'll post it in the group too and remind people, but if you guys have questions that you think of about any characters, any books, anything related to writing, or even not, like, if you just want to know more about us, whatever, questions about all that stuff, any, series, why did I do this way, or have I thought about this, or whatever, any of that stuff. Thanks. Excuse me. Yeah, so you can PM me, email me, I'll probably just I'll make a post in the group too, and then you can drop the questions in there if you want, or if you want to keep it private, you can just email me at anna@annablakely.com, and we'll start keeping track of those, and I'll try to answer as many of those as we can. Or they can be for him too. Doesn't have to be for me. It can be for him. So.
I got one. Just recipes. If you got recipes, can you send them to me, please? Doesn't matter, entree, side dish, dessert, whatever, drinks. I'm working on a project. I've been getting a lot of recipes and I appreciate it. I'm gonna need more. So, if you, I plan on giving you credit for them, even if I've had some people say, well, this isn't my recipe, it's just one I found online that I like. That's fine. You send it to me, you get credit. Because I'll say it's submitted by, so Doesn't mean it's your personal recipe, so I don't think we're gonna get in trouble or by anybody.
No.
But yeah, if you could send those to me, you can send them to my email if you want. It's Mr. B at it's me, Mr. B.com. That one right there. It's me, Mr. B, without any. Or you can DM them. You can put them on my page. You can send them over to her page, whichever. And we're collecting them all. So, and then I'm going to try all the recipes as well, and I want to put some videos together for that. So look forward for that. But if you could help out with that, again, just send any recipes that you have. I'll do my best to make them. I like a little challenge, so if you got something that's fun, throw it. But yeah, just either the email address there on the screen, or you can send it to Anna, or you can send it to our DM on our Facebook pages. We'd really appreciate that. So I can get that put together, and
it can be anything: an entree, a dessert, an appetizer, a whatever. Anything that you like well enough that you would share it with somebody.
Yeah,
You know,
you're. And again, I've got a grill, I've got a smoker, I've got the Blackstone, crock pots, so, and it gives me, I love kitchen stuff. So if you want to send something and I don't have the whatever I need, I guess I'll just have to, in the name of science, I'll have to go out and buy it.
Yeah. So Abby wanted to know when Chip was going to get her debut. I'm trying. Oh, it's not letting me.
Here.
Dang
Sorry,
it.
Sam. Jason says your hamburger helper on the back of the box didn't make the cut. Hey, I like hamburger helper. I'd give it a shot.
Maybe I can.
Abby, you can come make them yourself. We'll teach you how.
No, I actually thought about that today because those do sound good, and I need to make. Abby
Thank you,
really likes
Sandy.
my.
It was.
Abby likes my enchiladas, so she begs me for them every now and then. But I'm trying to find. Okay, here we go.
That's bloody awful. Yeah, there you go. What? There's my Gordon Ramsay.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm assuming this is, I don't know which one of you yahoos, Jason or Sam. If it's not one of Jason or Sam, I'm sorry, but Jason makes a candied bacon.
Oh my gosh.
Send that over to me.
Oh, I could eat my weight in that stuff. Oh, it's so good.
Good night, Sandy. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Sandy.
I think we're probably gonna.
I had a good time with you.
We're gonna probably follow Sandy out.
Yeah. Yep.
We've been on an hour and 24 minutes, and you're all sticking around with us.
That's awesome.
We really appreciate that. I know we've said it before, but we really look forward to doing this. We enjoy the conversation part of it. We make talking points just to make sure we got something to talk about, but you all drive the conversation, and we love that. So, please, when you're joining, please comment, throw those comments out there. That's the whole purpose. I mean,
it's just
we want to
chat
interact
with you guys.
We want to interact. So if you have questions, you throw them out. It doesn't have to be a Q&A session. It can be completely off topic. Throw a question. And if I don't see it, because sometimes they get moving pretty quick. So if I don't see it, just repost it. I'm not.
Yeah, for real. Because it's especially when we're in like double digit, viewers and people are commenting. They start scrolling up really fast as they get added on, and sometimes we miss it. So if you ask a question or have a comment, and like you said, if we don't respond, within a little bit, just hit us again. I have a couple recipes. I like ramen noodles. I haven't had any in a while, but I do like them. I had to take a break after college for a while but yeah. Street tacos. Oh man, I'm hungry. We haven't had dinner yet. That sounds really good. I'm hungry.
Jason's gonna send me the tier 1.
Yes, do please. Oh man, I'm telling you.
Good night, Debbie. I know 4:30.
Night, Debbie.
4:30 starts early.
Yep. Get some rest.
No, thanks, Debbie.
Thank you for coming by.
Enjoy those morels. I'll be a little jealous.
I'd be very jealous.
Buffalo
yeah.
sliders, yeah.
So Abby's boyfriend Jaden, she sent me a picture here not too long ago, and she said they were delicious.
Yeah.
So we don't have the recipe for that yet either.
All right, we're
But,
hour and 26.
all right, yeah. Speaking of food, I'm hungry.
No, we just want to keep. We appreciate y'all being here. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Remember, William and Shayla Black and William. Let's give the credit where it's due. Love you, William. No, yeah, they're tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can go to Shayla's Facebook page and find the link. I'm telling you, if you can't watch it live, just make sure you watch it because they're hilarious.
They are hilarious.
And they've been a lot of help for us. So definitely want to give back to them. It's one of the wonderful things about the community of authors. Everybody seems to be out for everybody, like to help everybody else, and so it's amazing. I was a little skeptical when she got started because everybody's wanting to help. I'm like, what's in it? But no, it's these authors are just top notch people. So sincerely, so when you meet them out at signings or whatever, you're talking to the person. I mean, they're it's not a show. I probably should, but and I know you all know that. But I was amazed by it because these are, like when she's meeting people, I see the fangirl in her eyes, and they're just like,
I don't.
yeah. So anyway, but yeah, they're on, and then we'll be back next Tuesday, same time, 7. We'll be doing a Q&A session though, so please either send in your questions or have them ready. Tell your friends. Let's keep it busy with questions, and we'll enjoy the talk. And
Yep.
but I think that's it for now.
Yeah.
So
Good. So thank you for stopping by again.
till next time, we'll
talk Tuesday.
talk Tuesday. Yeah. Night, y'all.
Clever. Bye.